This is Unit 3 in the high level, Level 1. Endangered animals in the north. Endangered means not to be existed. They are threatened to not to be existed, like the bears. The polar bear live in the Arctic Ocean, and it needs ice to walk on. It needs ice to walk on, as you see in the picture. It walks on the floes, and the floes is the big amount of ice. So the future of the polar bears is uncertain. يعني we don't know if it can live or survive anymore or no, because of the climate. You know, of course, that in the summer the climate is changing. اللي هو الweather يعني is changing, and it becomes very hot, and when it's very hot, all the ice is melting, and when the ice melts, the birds can't go to the sea to catch fish to eat, so they can't find food, and maybe they are endangered. This is endangered. They live in the icy places. This is the habitat, and the habitat is the place where they live. Habitat. Survive. They will survive. Survive is to be able to live. They must survive to be able to live. They live in the Arctic Ocean, and about the appearance or their shape, they give us the appearance, and the most important thing that they have thick white fur, and their feet partially webbed like the duck. Do you know the feet of the duck? It's partially webbed. What about their diet, their food? They wait at the holes in the ice, and when they see the seal comes of the holes, they seize them. They seize all the seals to eat. The seals make holes to breathe. They make holes in the ice to breathe, and when these seals come to the holes, they seize them quickly. What about the reproduction? Reproduction is giving babies, new babies. The female, of course, make dens at the houses. Okay, they make them in the snowy drifts, and the snowy drifts it's a snowy storms or icy storms. Okay, they have their babies in these dens, and they teach their babies, or the cubs. The cubs are the little birds. The females teach their cubs to catch fish and to hunt on the ice floes. Floes is a large amount of ice. What about the threats? Threats, it's a noun. When I say to you, if you don't do your homework, I will punish you. This is the threat, تهديد. What are the three threats? We have three threats. The climate change. When the climate change in summer, it becomes hotter and all the ice melts. Next? The oil spills. Oil spills. Some tankers, these are old tankers, it's in the sea. The oil tankers search for oil or petrol. When they search oil, maybe there is some oil spills in the water, in the sea. And this oil spills threaten them. They kill all the fish. What's next? Also the pollution from the industries and factories. Okay, this smoke coming from the factories threaten the climate. Okay, so they make a polar bear park. It's a new Arctic park to protect these polar bears. Next, we will talk about the sea otters. It's like a seal. Okay, and they live underwater. They don't need to go up. They live underwater, and their feet are fully webbed. Here in the polar bear they are partially webbed جزئيا, لكن هنا it's fully webbed. Okay, their fur is waterproof. It's waterproof. Waterproof means that it's against water. Okay, it's water can't go inside this fur. They have thick fur. Okay, they swim underwater, and they have whiskers like the tigers or cats. They have whiskers in the picture here. They have whiskers to be able to catch their prey. Okay, they can also lift boulders. Boulders is a huge rock. So boulders is a very huge rock. They can lift them or move them to search about creatures to eat. They can eat crabs or shellfish. These are the pups. Pups are the little otters. Little otters called pups. Otter pups are born at sea. The mother floats on her back and have their newborn pup on her chest. The biggest threat for the sea otters is the oil tanker. If there is oil tanker, its fur cannot keep it warm, so it dies. Okay, it dies of cold. These are the threats. Here we have the new vocabulary: endangered, not to be existed anymore, habitat, the living place, appearance, shape, climate, weather, diet, food, survive, to be alive, reproduction, have babies. Then it is the house of the polar bears. They made it in the snowy drift or snowdrift. Snowdrift is an ice storm. The Pacific Ocean. We have here the Pacific Ocean. Coast is a long beach. The otters live near a rocky coast. Rocky coast, it means the coast near rocks. They live their entire life, complete life, underwater. They live underwater, entire life underwater. It means a complete life. Waterproof, whiskers, boulders, huge rock. Float, to be held up by air or water, and the opposite is sink. Flows, it's amount of ice. Mammals, اللي هي الثدييات, like the polar bears and the otters. Bob, to go up and down. Oil tanker, they search for oil. Cubs, little animals. Pups, otters, babies. Partially, the opposite of partially is fully. Webbed feet, like ducks. Seize is to grab something. What are the threats? Climate change, oil spills, and pollution. So this is unit 3, and here is the answers: where something lives, habitat, looks, appearance, eats, diet, possible danger, threats, and reproduction, how an animal produces its young. The weather during different seasons, climate, to continue to live, survives, a large area of ice flow, all of entire, having skin joining fingers or toes, webbed, to be held by water or air, float, dirt and rubbish, pollution, not letting water pass through, it's waterproof, to promise that something is certain, guaranteed. And here also in the workbook, this is the answers. These are the answers.